Tonight's applicant, Andy, is a 31-year-old IT consultant from London. Having chosen him for the show, I've had our crew film him covertly so that I can watch him and get a sense of what makes him tick. Like many people who work in IT, Andy keeps his emotions rather cool. It's time to tell him his application has been successful, so we filled his local cinema with hidden cameras and a pretend audience. Andy has received tickets to what he thinks is a free screening of a new release. Hi, Andy. Thank you for volunteering to be part of the show. We'd love to use you. What happens to you in the show depends largely upon your choice of one of these two cards, okay? One of them says trick, and one of them says treat. I'll ask you to choose one of these two cards. If you choose the one that says treat, it'll be something pleasant. If you choose the one that says trick, it won't be. So, why don't you stand up for me, Andy? Take a step forward and look at the two cards. I'd like you to think about which one you would like to choose, and when you're ready, point it out very clearly. That is this one here, correct?
Yep.
Thank you, Andy. Now, I don't want you to see what you've chosen, so I'd like you to turn and face the other way for me, please. Excellent, thank you, Andy. You can turn back round now. Now, there's one more thing I'd like you to do. If you can step forward for me, you'll see there's a table just on the stage there with a contract on it. I need you to sign that contract. That just allows us to do anything we like with you. So have a quick read through it, and then if you can just pop your name at the bottom for me, there's a pen right next to it. Just there at the bottom would be great. Thank you, Andy. You can leave that there. Someone will pick it up later. Would you sit back down for me?
Yep.
Excellent. And you can expect a phone call sometime soon. For his trick, I've decided to give Andy a surreal experience of split identity. And in order to plant the seeds of that confused sense of self, I set up a few encounters for him to experience whilst we secretly film him.
Help the homeless. Spare change. Spare change. Help the homeless.
Fuck you, Andy. You're just like me.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers.
Prick.
Later in the day, Andy is still under constant surveillance and meeting our actors in the street.
What the fuck you playing, dummy?
Fuck you.
No, fucking with me.
Just walking
You're
around.
a dummy, that's what you fucking are.
Fuck you.
You're fucking with me. Why?
What?
Fucking dummy.
What's your problem, man?
You're a dummy, that's what you are. Fucking dummy.
fucking arsehole.
No, you're a fucking dummy.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
It's been 2 weeks since I met Andy in the cinema.
Look at me.
In the last 24 hours, I've exposed Andy to a number of encounters
Fucking dummy.
which have made him very sensitive to the idea of being a ventriloquist dummy. He's been told to wear a black suit and tie and to meet me in the East End of London at an old empty music hall. The pieces are hopefully in place, and with a bit of help from me, the introduction of the doll should provide the final trigger. Thank you very much indeed. The fan dancing of Miss Ophelia Bitts, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Well, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce to you a very good friend of mine. I know the real reason why you're here tonight. Mr. Miggs, the mind-reading doll. Now, he's no dummy, ladies and gentlemen. Think a thought, and he'll know it in a blink. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Miggs. Say hello to the ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Miggs. Say hello to the ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's in a bit of a funny mood. Well, maybe if we get somebody up here whose mind he can read, he'll be in a better mood. So, gentleman at the back there in the black suit, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy, good to meet you. Why don't you head up here on stage? Andy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Andy. If you can come around here, we're going to need a hat for Andy, please.
Dummy.
Thank you, Andy. Nice suit. Just take a step nearer here. Okay, so Andy, here's how it works. You're going to think of a question that Mr. Miggs could not possibly know the answer to. Something that you know I couldn't know, no one else here could know, and certainly Mr. Miggs couldn't know.
Okay.
Have you got something?
Yes.
Good. How many ready? Ask Mr. Miggs the question.
What is my mother's maiden name?
What is his mother's maiden name, Mr. Miggs? I'm going to step a little closer, Andy. I think he's going to whisper in your ear. What did he say? What did he say?
He said how.
And your mother's maiden name is?
How.
Is How, ladies and gentlemen, correct? Thank you very much. Okay, second round, let's do it again. This time, Andy, I'd like you to think of an object. You can picture anything you like. Think of anything that you like. Mr. Miggs will pick up on his thought.
Yeah, I've got something.
Fantastic, okay. Project that thought to Mr. Miggs. Oh, I think he has something. What was it, Mr. Miggs? Tell us all. Was that it? What were you thinking of?
Vase of flowers.
A vase of flowers. And what did he say? Say it in his voice.
Vase of flowers.
Again, louder in his voice.
Vase of flowers.
A vase of flowers, ladies and gentlemen, was correct. Excellent, thank you. Now, for one last round, the most difficult challenge of all. This time, Andy, I'd like you to think of something that you're ashamed of. Take a moment.
Okay.
You got something?
Yeah.
Come in a little closer. In fact, just put your arm around Mr. Miggs, around his shoulders.
Really? It's not
Yep.
gonna hurt me, is it?
Not at all. Excellent. Take a look at him. Focus on that thought. Mr. Miggs, tell us what he's ashamed of. Focus on that thought, Andy. Send it to him. Watch his lips, Andy. Nice and clear, Mr. Miggs.
Well, you know that hamster you had? You remember you threw him out the window on a parachute? An Action Man parachute when you were 10? Yeah, do you remember that?
He threw a hamster out the window on a parachute, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Miggs was correct. Thank you very much indeed. You can let go of him now. You can let go now there, Andy. Let's put you back in the box. Great job, Mr. Miggs.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
In he goes.
No! Let me out! I can't see anything.
Can you see me?
Can't see anything. You just open the box and let me out.
Can you see anything?
Just let me out.
Can you see the lights?
Let me out!
Can you see the lights?
Stop this, it's not nice. This is not nice, stop it.
Can you see me?
Stop it, no, I can't see anything.
Get you some water.
Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Can't see anything. Where have you gone?
are going to begin with some speed dating.
Oh, no.
I will be watching and just getting a sense of how you are.
33 points is just Glenn. It's a dead heat.